Hey there, Cancer. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you are new, click that subscribe button down below. It is free as always. And as always, I'm happy to have you here. Now, we are taking a look at May, but these are always time set, as you know, if you ever check in here, especially something I'm going to talk about in a little future video that has to do with the 6-month timeline. But you'll just have to wait for that, because for now, I got to tell you, Cancer, when I was taking a little tune into you before I turned the camera on, there is a bit of apprehension. And it's like, I don't know if I can trust this. And the thing is trusting the power of your ability to make the right decision. Okay. And this decision is in regards to love. Okay. So you're showing me over here on the bottom of the split in the bottom of the deck is that you believe you've made the wrong choice before. And this was coming from some ancient energy, generational curses, familial lines, karma in the chart, maybe misunderstandings, things like that. And it knocked you back down and you've had to work your way back to the Princess of Pentacles, man or woman. This is you. And it's having to do with the energy of the action, of the recuperation, kind of like the birthing process. So you had to pay a price for it, okay? Because this was once you. But this is actually who you are now. You were just seeing your energy in this field, okay? Of that innocence and that trustingness that you didn't know better. And the truth is, you didn't, all right? There was some underlying passion going on that stirred you up and wooed you in. And you weren't listening to your whole self. Now, in this case, that's you, your whole self, standing right there with the power to choose, to walk through this door of opportunity, is what you're telling me, to leave the old, the dead, the barren, the burnt up behind. You were burnt. That's right. But you made it through, baby. Look at that. Coming out with a balanced mind, with clarity, with understanding. And this is with empowerment. Okay, this Eight of Wands isn't just communication about what you can say out your mouth and I'm a, be all tough and bad and this and that. No, it actually has to do with knowing yourself, with that clarity, that perception and understanding who you are and how you operate. Because I love it. Look. Hello. We have Tiger's Eye Red Garnet showing up because you're letting me know this incoming love, this love issue, this love question has to do with your destiny and your divinity. The power to choose. But as we know, your whole self is in this one, okay? And no, it's not being played, being led around by the nose. Some of you might need to check out the Taurus read that we just had from the second half of April. Talking about, what was it talking about? Let me look. Bye-bye intimidation. And that's this fear. The fear is intimidating you. The fear of making the wrong choice. But the thing is if we tune into our hearts as opposed to our minds and make our decision from our heart, from our truth, from our high heart, from a place of ease and general connectedness to life, not dismissing things. Here it was obvious and showing that there were some things that you had turned your back on, that you weren't listening to wholeheartedly, and you decided to bring forward a bouquet instead of stepping in the garden. Okay, man or woman, that is you. Now, a bouquet is something that's cut off. It's beautiful, it's fragrant, you can hold it in your hand, but we want something that you can hold in your heart. Am I right? Okay, so let's move forward on that. So underlying that top row of cards, that fear and worry, also assisted by this Page of Swords, some new information, some new life coming on in, getting some heavenly bounty and understanding, has to do with knowing that this is actually you, man or woman, right? This is you coming back to that restoration and the balance of activity. And that goes into the Four of Swords, being able to lay down the sword, to lay down the trust to yourself, to be able to put yourself in alignment with trust, with camaraderie, with that energy. So stop rocking the boats, kind of what you're saying. And what boat is that? The one that holds a cup of love. Now, in this deck, Cosmic Tarot, this is my Lover's card, not the Lover's card. The Lover's card has to do with the energy going on around, and there isn't a complete connection here. But here, this one is reciprocated. This is like love of the gods. This is this divinity. Two people that have been through this situation, but they chose to rise up over it, okay? And to grow and know who they are from it, and not to continue to play out, old scenarios and go through the same pattern again. Okay, that's why this is here. That's why this is here. So it looks like this, y'all. See the beauty, see the familiarity in the colors here, the green and the gold. So the green and the gold have to do with the full movement through the process. All right, so we gotta have a little lesson here, a little bit of teaching. So if you don't like it, you could just tap on forward or whatever else you want to do. So green is a funny chemistry when it comes to magical energy work, because we have red magic and we have white magic. Okay, break it down. Red magic is blood, sweat, and tears, earth and energy, working hard for something, right? Trying to make it work, magical or otherwise. It's that application, frustration. Then we have the white magic, which is the hopes, dreams, and fears, the prayer, the intention setting, the laws of manifestation, blah, 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 blah. But it still can instill that fear in an out of balance fear. There's a healthy fear, a fear unto life, and a fear unto death. The fear unto life is the clarity of staying aware and woke. And then there's the fear unto death, which looks like a this, right? Okay, that's like, what I don't want is over there, so I'm going to turn my back on it. I'm going to go for what I want, even if I have to cut it all off to hold it in my hand, to possess, to own, to self-guarantee. But that in its case brought forth the true guarantee, which was the death. That devil card of being locked and bound into a system that was industrious and friction-based and futile and volatile. So all that is the little background. So when we come in it, some of you might have heard of alchemy, which is turning lead into gold, or alchemy, whichever way you say it, potato. But when we talk about magic, this is for you, Cancer, okay? This is talk about this up here, okay? This is what you asked to know today. When the red and white mix together, when it comes to magic and energy, it equals green. It comes into the heart chakra energy, no longer having to weigh between those levels and those layers and move in the logic mind or anything else, but you're able to fully assimilate into the heart, land on planet Earth, allow heaven to come down to Earth, which is the 4D, which is heart chakra information, which has to do with this green vibration that's going all through this energy that this mindset has brought in for us, this understanding and clarity. Actually, when we are divinely connected to our intelligence, we can call it intellect, but really it's our intelligence, because we're connected with the forces of life. That is our destiny, our divine self. When we were up there from that clearer perspective outside of time, and we're like, oh, I want to look like that. I want to live there. I want to experience this and that, because it's going to help me bring through in this enjoyment, in this satisfaction, in this phase of life. That's what I'd like to do. And then we land here. And we didn't realize we weren't going to be able to take care of ourselves, and then it was going to take that long. We bump our heads. We forget a little bit. And it takes a while for us to get back on our feet and begin to resonate with our spirit. See, the red and the white. Okay, our spirit, and to realign and to merge back into one. No doppelganging, no shape-shifting, friend, okay? And come into our goldness self. This goldness self is the center of our chart, the eye of God, our solarness, and our soul. Okay, our soulness. So coming in the fullness of that state, that we have the power, the authority, and the permission. No one's going to force us or make us go any which way but loose. No. So we can stand and step into this. All right. So I can just leave them on out and just dress it right on top. Now I have Erte coming on in. Did a little shuffle, trying to get some background, and I didn't get no background. It all just came in, so you go read this once we start. And this is the central vote and the central voice for what is going on here. Queen of Diamonds. Wanting a magical world, but still it's wanting that power to control it and hold it in your hand. But see, that's incredibly limited. What I would say, instead of just trying to see it just that one way of what's inside that globe, that divinity, that goldenness self of like, this is how I want them to look, this is how I want it to be. No, go for the feeling that this magical world gives you. Go for the feeling, what it stirs up in your heart. That's what life is asking you to connect to. That's what the Queen is asking you to do, because the Queen is requiring action, remember. The Queen is the monarch that requires action. So, and development as well. So it's connect to your heart in that. And when you do that, that brings in your alignment. So that's where you're out of alignment. Your let me know chakra energy here wasn't in. You were out of alignment in your heart. That's why this intelligence wasn't coming all the way down, and that's why you got burned. Okay. So needing to be able to fill and flood the heart with this delicious energy, with this honey goldness self, with this trust, this elixir of life, this sweetness and joy of life abounding. And then that brings in something right here. Let's see. Dare I say a lot of passion, Cancer? And you're like, we like passion. We like that action. We like to know that someone loves us. Don't just tell me, don't just buy me things. Show me. I want to feel your love. And what I love about it here, this is about, reciprocation. Okay, 6 of diamonds going on. We have the Jack of diamonds, and this is about the cycle. And these aren't karmic cycles. This isn't this old fuzz nuzz going on over here. No, this is more of this energy. See, we have it showing up a couple of times here. Okay, that moving on through that self-satisfaction that no one else is in control of. And then when the connection comes, it creates a cycle of satisfaction, not just personally and interpersonally, but also in the relationship as well. And that brings in the Ace of Pentacles, the fulfillment, the true, real, ideal relationship. And no more being the fool. This is that divine connection. This is your passion fulfilled mentally, physically, and we'll say spiritually because it's in your soul. Your soul are the seeds from heaven that you brought down to manifest here on earth. Now let's get you a little... Okay, you drop in the bottom. So we're going to see what's at the bottom of it all. 34. We're talking about extremes and the hot moon. Y'all, I'm telling you, I had this deck from almost a year before I saw the hot moon come out. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? That's you still wanting this passion. But wanting to know that okay, I got to tell you, you can't have it your way. Because the way that you're wanting to have is this. There's still a little bit of that gripping and trying to control and hold on out of fear, okay? Out of this type of energy. Fear in the heart, fear of being burned. But the thing is, I'm telling you, irregardless of the other person and whatever all occurred here, yourself, your soul, your spirit was letting you know from the beginning that it was limited, that it was cut off, that it wasn't, an equal counterpart. And by equal capacity, they couldn't have loved you to the fullness, to this delicious, unctuous energy going on here. They couldn't have made it there. They hadn't practiced that realm. They haven't been there. So that's what I'm saying is what you're asking for here. That harvest is incredibly limited and it's old. It's about to get moldy. So I'd encourage you, let's take another look, okay? We have Purity Snow Moon. So I'd say cool it for a minute. Let this come on in. Refresh your mind. Wipe the slate clean. Clear your memory. Clear the cache. Give yourself an opportunity. There's the red and white coming on in. That electric storm going on, some change, and that change is red and white equal green. Okay, now on this gold, pardon me, y'all battery get low. I need to wrap up with Cancer so y'all can hear your whole message. This gold going on here is the alchemy, the lead, the heaviness. Maybe that's a bit of what that was, is reservation going on in this. Is like, I still don't quite know, because you're searching and reading, and that's a lot of energy, a lot of magic that you're trying to work, but you're burning yourself up, consuming yourself because you're locked inside. You're not gonna feel that love inside alone. It requires the other person. It requires trust. Okay, so anyways, that's the black. So that black energy of things coming from the dark, from the unknown, and coming into the gold, into the trust. Now this tiger's eye is very protective and purifying at the same time. Some of you may choose to find you a piece or get you a piece of jewelry that resonates in that, or maybe even a bracelet or such, maybe even a necklace or a pendant that comes down near your heart. Maybe even tuck it in. Gentlemen, into a pocket. Ladies, into the whatever. So put that near your heart and let the power of the earth begin to cleanse, heal, and transform you. Because that is a fiery, that is frenetic, that is like some static and some energy trapped around your heart. And I want you to be able to live in the freedom and the goldness of yourself. I want you to be able to live in the truth of these cards that you pulled out. Look at that, making peace with life, letting this golden honey. And you know what's beautiful? All the cups are capped. That keeps all the pestilence out, all the problems out, anything old out. This is all brand new. And this is abundant. And look at the youthfulness here, meaning it isn't something that's going to take years to work for, to earn, or to deserve, or to prove. And that's why you had this reading called in, is to dismiss that somebody needing to prove it. Because I meant to tell you what you said in the prelim. You're afraid of making the wrong choice when it comes to love, trying to find more evidence, searching, gleaning, moving on through, trying to find this. But what I'm telling you is true here is you're wanting to find that feeling. So go for the feeling. It's bigger than life itself. It's you and life together. Okay, friend? So wanting more evidence to trust. But I can tell you that the person that you're involved with is not untrustworthy. It's this that you are untrusting at this time. So that untrusting is just like this bondage that was here. You know, that other person, that old relationship, these old things, these scenarios are gone. Maybe it's time to just let go. Let go. Move on. Move on out of that bondage mentality and scenario there. That, pardon me, y'all, gotta silence that. Hang on a second. Okay. I had to keep it on for personal reasons. So thank you. But being able to set yourself free from that and step into the unknown, because on the beyond the black, beyond the dark is the golden self, the golden life. And it's easy to move right on in there. That's what it shows. Already positioned, already ready. Okay. So our affirmation for you, Cancer, is I trust the power of love. Do you? I hope you do. And if not, maybe back up and listen to this one more time. Maybe tune into some Cancer reads from about 6 months ago, from whatever date you tune into this. Also, if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button down below. It is free as always. And also, show your love and support by clicking that like button so gently. Just tap right on it. Kiss it if you have to, if you enjoy it here. Also, stop back by. Check out other videos. We are the whole Zodiac, you know. And as always, this is me loving you, hoping for your golden self and rooting for you. Okay, I love you. Bye, Cancer.